so nervous, eh?
No, man, there's nothing to be nervous about.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm working at UWC now on a contract.
Okay.
So a bit busy, but I'm enjoying it.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, no, it keeps one out of trouble, no?
True. Very true.
So, for everybody watching, this is Lisa. No, not this Lisa. The other one, the other picture you see. When she was little, everybody used to call her, like, if we were in the same place, they would say, they would refer to little Lisa and big Lisa.
Big Lisa.
And I refuse to take that to mean anything other than age. So now we're both big Lisa.
Yeah.
I've known Lisa since she was, her whole life. And I want to tell you, Lisa, my very first memory of you is at Heidi's wedding.
Yeah.
Heidi Abdul, now Karmat Ali's wedding. You and Stacy and Taryn were her what?
Flower girls.
Flower girls.
Yeah.
You were the three, at her wedding. And my first real memory of you is you screaming after the wedding. Because I think Auntie Inky them were going to go camping and you wanted to go.
Oh, yes. And I wanted to go with them.
Oh, my God. And I'm looking at Lisa, scream.
A shame. Traumatized.
So, Lisa, for the benefit of everyone watching, just tell us who you are, a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Lisa. I am 31 years old. I had to think about how old am I actually because I always forget. I'm a mommy of a 4-year-old boy, and I'm a wife to Buren. And and I'm currently working at UWC on a contract basis, hoping to become permanent this year. Let's see. That's me.
Okay. So, I always noted that you and your cousin from your daddy's side, you both went to Afrikaans schools, like respecting your heritage.
Yes.
And yet it didn't take away from your ability to communicate in English. I mean, I always found that astounding. We always think that if you go to if you have all your education in your mother tongue from grade 1 to 12, then you think that's all you can speak.
Yes, yeah. I think the reason why is because my entire family, besides Sevi and I, my entire family is English first language. So I think the only times we spoke Afrikaans was with each other and to our moms and dads and at school. And the rest of the time it was just English all the time. So yeah.
So there was a balance, because I remember when I was growing up, my parents would speak Afrikaans to each other and English to us.
Yeah,
so that's a very colored thing to do, no? Yeah, praat Afrikaans, but to the children we speak for England.
Yes, and they scowl in Afrikaans. They speak normal in English, but they scowl in Afrikaans.
Yes, absolutely. And so I mean, both my brother and I are fully bilingual. It was mostly from listening to my parents, talk to each other.
Yes,
and of course, being held in Afrikaans. Yeah. So I wanted to find out from you, when you finished school.
Yes.
I don't want to say surprised, but I was impressed. I don't know why, but I was impressed that you decided to study event management.
I was actually thinking about it this morning. I think event management was just something for me to do after matric. Because, sometimes, and I think I felt that pressure because my father's a Afrikaans high school teacher and he is very over your education and educating yourself. And I think a lot of after matric, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but after matric, sometimes you can get lost in your gap year that you take. And then, and it can make you lazy sometimes. And I think I just chose event management to do something after matric. Because I don't think my parents would have forgiven me if they had to wake up every morning for work and I'm still laying in bed or sleeping or whatever. So I think it was just something for me to do, and it wasn't my first choice. There were a lot of things that I wanted to do. I wanted to do hotel management because I did my job shadowing in hotel management. I wanted to be a pharmacist, even though I didn't have any pharmacy subjects in high school, but I wanted to be a pharmacist. I wanted to be an interpreter. I think there was a lot of things that I wanted to, and I don't know how I ended up choosing event management of all things. But yeah, I think it was just something for me to do after matric.
But you're pretty good at it. I mean, I remember, um, I think it was Lorica's 30th.
Yes.
You did that for her.
Yeah, I helped her with it.
Oh, you helped her with it. But I mean, I
yes.
was sitting there thinking, you know, okay, for Lisa, you know, like the whole thing was so special and so just like Lorica wanted it. And I thought,
yes,
oh, you really have a thing for that. But you just generally have a thing for organizing and putting things together.
Yes,
so I think it was a worthwhile gap experience.
Experience,
you know? And then what made you study like 2 degrees after that?
Actually, just 1 degree after that.
Oh,
it's a Bachelor of Arts degree.
mm-hmm.
While growing up, my mom and them always used to tell me, like, you must always educate yourself. You're never too old to study. If the opportunity is there, grab it. And when I finished my event management diploma, I worked at an events management company for a year as an intern. And then one day I just decided, sure, like a 9 to 5 job at a desk is not for me. I want to go and study again. I think also because I missed that student life. And then I decided to do a BA degree, and my majors were psychology and sociology. I think the only reason why was because I wanted to just educate myself more and have more things behind my name to fall back on, and not just event management and matric.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I mean, if the opportunity is there, take it, you know, and you certainly did, you know. So speaking of your family now, you come from a very, well, that's how I see it, a very close, tight-knit family, you know. What's that experience been like for you?
I enjoy it because growing up or most of my life growing up as the only child, I think the best part was to have a lot of people around me all the time, and knowing that I can just go to my aunt for a cup of tea, or just go and chill there on a Friday evening, get ready for Sabbath. I think, I enjoyed that the most, just to have people around me all the time. And I think that is, I enjoy a close-knit family.
And you know, when you when church is finished and I drive home, most times I drive past your aunt's house, you know, even though the church is in another street, but I don't know why, but somehow I end up driving past your aunt's house, and I would always, like, straight after church, see you guys parked there. What are you all going to do there before lunch?
I think it's a tradition. We go there after church for tea, because the family loves their tea. So we go there after church for some tea, and we'll chill there. Sometimes we'll decide, okay, then my father must drive back to Kells to go fetch our food because we're gonna have lunch there, or we just stay for lunch. So I think it's a thing. It's become a thing. Friday evenings we go there for Sabbath, like, opening, and then after church Sabbaths we go there for tea, and then we go home. Yeah. So it's like a quick tea break before lunch and after church.
I think it's really cool, you know. It's not just like rush thing, you know, like out of church straight to the lunch table, everybody running around, you know, just take a break and chill. I really,
chill
really
and have
like
your
that.
tea. Yeah.
Just know that people see these things, and I think it's I think most people in our church know that you guys go there
Go there after
you
church,
know, for just a refresher, you know, before lunch, wherever you're going to have lunch. I think it's really cool. So growing up in church, I mean, I've seen you, like, from, like, in children's Sabbath school and stuff, you know, doing whatever, you know, children saying their memory verses and stuff, and singing in different groups and stuff, and children's days, you know, having a part to do and whatever. I've also noticed, when I was reflecting and thinking about talking to you today, I was thinking, your mom, your dad, your your aunt, your uncle, they're so involved in church. Like, how
Yeah.
has that influenced you?
So I sang in the Tygerberg Children's Choir from grade 6 till grade 8. And for that 3 years, I was never in church because we practice on a Sabbath. So for 3 years, every Sabbath, I was never in church. And I remember some days or some Sabbaths, then I'll ask my mom, can I just please skip choir today? Because I just want to go to church because like I miss just like being at church. And I think when I finished choir and I started going back to church in grade 9, I wanted to catch up. And I enjoyed seeing my dad on the rostrum or doing Sabbath school, or that time Inky used to play piano, and I enjoyed seeing that. And I think that is how it influenced me to become more involved in church and taking part. Like in the senior Sabbath school, I think we were together 1 year as well. In
Yes,
the junior
yes.
Sabbath school, we were always recruited to sing in the choir, in the children's choir. So yeah, I think that that played a big part in my influence in becoming involved in church duties.
I noticed that, and also,
Yeah.
I mean, there are certain children that grow up in front of us. I feel really old now. There are certain children that grow up in front of us in church, and we see them become, and it's
Yes.
beautiful. It's a beautiful thing,
Yeah.
to see
Yeah.
in church, but also outside of church. So, I mean, you're a young mother and wife.
Mm.
What's that like?
Mm. Tough. Sometimes it can be very, very tough, with Buren obviously not being at home all the time.
Mm,
I find it hard to balance myself out. And then sometimes I'll just sit down and think to myself, wow, like, what did I get myself into? But then I just keep reminding myself that this is not going to be forever. Like, there's going to come a day where things are going to go back to,
mm,
normal, where he's going to be at home all the time, and we're going to have him at home. So it's tough. It's tough sometimes, but then I just have to remind myself it's not forever and I'm not alone. Like,
mm,
I'll just call Ilka, or I'll tell Stacey to come and work by me, or just to
mm,
come to me on a Sabbath or whatever, just to
mm,
come and spend some time with me. So I'm never alone. So that makes things a lot more easier for me.
mm. And then, I mean, there
Yeah.
is also the other side of it, the other side of it, the dress up and look gorgeous side of it, because of your husband's career. I mean, there are certain, without even saying it, requirements.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
everybody, Lisa is married to my cousin's son, so it's just like all like interwoven, but. So how do you cope with that? Or rather, let me ask it from my inquisitive side. Like, what's it like, having to like do these big things and cameras and hooters and everything?
Well, that is a very small part of the life. Like, it's not always like that.
Ah,
People think like you walk into the mall and everybody or you walk into a room and everybody's no, it's not like that at all. I think because of Buren being so humble, I don't think like that doesn't matter to us. Do you know what I mean? Like,
mm,
now and then when we're in the mall and someone will recognize and they'll ask for a photo, but we won't make it a big thing.
mm,
And then also like with the awards, like the CSA awards and things, I enjoy that only because I can dress up and have my makeup done and my hair done, not because of anything else. So yeah, I think that is my only excuse for like, dressing up and just
mm,
getting your hair and makeup done and things. So yeah, it doesn't matter. It's really not the thing for us, if you know what I
mm.
mean.
Yes, I do know that, because yeah, you're still you haven't
Yeah, like,
changed and become another
yeah,
person.
yeah, yeah.
And I mean, we see all these things, and we see you doing stuff, and we see pictures of oh, your son. We see pictures of him everywhere. I mean,
Yeah,
you're a really proud mom. But something else
yeah.
caught my eye on Instagram. Your sewed for you. Ek het nie eers
Oh
geweet. I
yeah.
didn't even know that you can sew. I mean, the last time I
I
touched
also
a
didn't know
sewing
that I can
machine.
sew. When we lived in Joburg in 2018, we bought a sewing machine because he wanted to start a clothing line. And he thought, okay, he's going to buy a sewing machine so he can practice himself. And I wasn't working in Johannesburg at the time. And I thought, okay, let me just sew like a few things. And then I just started teaching myself. And then when we moved back to Cape Town, I obviously didn't have any permanent work. And I was thinking, like, what can I start? There's something, I want to start something, but I don't know what. And then we went for lunch at some place in Stellenbosch one day, and I saw that they've got these massive poofs that you can sit on. And like they bring it to you, you can sit on the grass and you can chill on it. And I told Ilka, I'm like, Ilka, this is so easy to make. Let's try and make it like, ourselves. And we got all the things. We got the material, we got the inner fabric, we got the filling, we got the zips. I didn't know how to put in a zip at the time. And we just started it, and then Buren saw it and he's like, this can be big. And I only after 2 years I started the business of Sewed For You. So yeah, like it's never too late to start something.
True, eh? True. Yeah. True, because I mean, I've seen some of the things. You guys should go check out the Instagram account. I'll put the details here.
Yes, please,
guys. It's I think more even than how beautiful the stuff looks. I'm proud that you're doing something that expresses you.
Yeah.
There are different ways to express yourself, and you found this way, and you like it, and you're doing it. And I think that's really, really awesome.
Yeah.
If you had an opportunity to encourage, when I feel like when you turn 30, it's like a big deal, it was a big deal for me also when I turned 30. But if you could speak to women, I'm going to call you women your age, what would you say?
I think the first thing I want to say is when you turn 30, you are not old. You are only old if you make yourself old. And it's never too late for you to start something. Like I only started my business Sewed For You at the age of 30. And there were many times when I think to myself, this is not going to work. Like, I'm just going to stop this and I'm going to focus on a normal corporate 9-to-5 job, getting a permanent job. And then Buren just reminds me, no, like, this can be big, and just stop underestimating yourself. So yeah, just never underestimate yourself, and just be confident in whatever you do, whether it's going to fail or whether it's going to succeed. You just need to learn from your mistakes and get up and try not to make that same mistake again. Yeah, you just need to never, I believe you must never underestimate yourself, because you can do, and you are worth more than what you think you are.
Wow. Okay. Now, if somebody is not encouraged by that, then I don't know. I think it's a beautiful example of how to stay true to yourself, still find yourself. Yes. Even though you've got, on the one side you've got marriage and motherhood, on the other side you've got dealing with a very very public career of your husband's, and still finding you in that, and not getting lost in that. Yes, you are fortunate because your husband supports you. He supports you finding your voice and finding your place. And I think that's beautiful, and a very good example for the young ladies out there. You're still young ladies. You're women now, but you're still young ladies. And there's so much life. Exactly. Well, this was really, really cool, Lisa. I can't believe that I'm having like an adult conversation with Lisa Key.
I actually, when I was watching the interview that you had with Uncle Orion, and I'm laying in bed and I'm thinking to myself, what if Auntie Lisa must one day ask you to do, what are you going to answer? Like, I'm really not good with these things. And then yesterday when you called me, I was like, oh my word, what are you going to say? But then I just calmed myself down and just
you have a lot to say.
Thank you so much.
You have a lot to say because it's about you. When you speak about yourself, then there's actually a lot going on. I'm very proud of you, and I'm very proud of the woman that you have become and are becoming. And every success, everybody, check out Sewed For You. You won't be disappointed. I hope to see you soon at some point.
Yes, definitely.
We'll talk again then. Thanks, Lisa.
Thank you, Auntie Lisa. Bye.